infrastructure development remains vital even in economic downturns. Such is the reason why iBuild holds cross-cutting role in navigating the current pandemic's new normal, while simultaneously contribute in moving forward the Department of Agriculture's new thinking. In the Visayas cluster, a combined total of 142 kilometers of completed FMRs and FMRs with bridges provided valuable links from production to market, thereby effectively addressing potential disruption to food supply chains during this pandemic. Additionally, 3,187 households have benefited from potable water system. Water is highly essential to avoid compounding the pandemic, especially due to waterborne epidemic in poor and remote upland barangays. In the following year, additional 3,319 households will hopefully benefit from PWS to be financed under the additional financing. When the additional financing too will be approved, we will be able to strengthen value chains through production and processing facilities. For example, with the National Meat Inspection Services, the cluster has identified 28 slaughterhouses which are either for construction or rehabilitation. To underscore the importance of iBuild, let me take you to a virtual project site visit. Let us take you to the municipality of Batan, province of Aklan in Region 6. We will have a virtual tour of the ongoing construction of a 4.19 kilometer FMR. The sub-project costs around 70 million pesos and is originally scheduled to be completed by January 2021. The FMR aims to boost the infrastructure need of the growing oyster and mussel industry, not only in the tourist favorite province of Aklan, but also in the commercially booming city of Iloilo, which is also one of the country's most livable cities.
So ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats and fasten your seatbelts as we take off to Aklan, the home of Ati-Atihan Festival and the world-famous Boracay Island. Batan is a third-class coastal municipality southwest of the capital town of Kalibo, province of Aklan. It is physically composed of a combination of plain flat land, mountainous, and water area. Aklan is mainly an agricultural province since almost 107,423.96 hectares or 58.74% of its total land area is devoted to rice and other agricultural crops. There are three major crops thriving in the province. These are coconut, banana, and cassava. Abaca has also registered an upward trend, signifying its importance as a crop commodity for upland farmers. Other industries present are aquaculture and tourism, with the latter being a major driver in the province's economic growth. Aquaculture has the biggest share, with 50% of the total production, followed by municipal fishery with 44.24%, and commercial fishing with 5.58%. Only municipal fishery registered a steady increase for the period covered. As to the province's produce, there are 5 priority commodities identified under the IREP sub-project prioritization and ranked using the following criteria: 20% suitability, 20% weight, 30% market potential, 20% impact on the poor, and 30% on the number of growers or producers. Included in the list of commodities are abaca and oyster and mussels. While abaca obtained the highest weighted score and is considered for expansion, in Batan, oyster and mussels are also common in the municipality.
I am Engineer Roger Esto, the head of the Provincial Planning Development Office of the province of Aklan, and likewise the head of the PPMIU of our team for PRDP. Our team decided to propose the oyster and mussel as our commodity in terms of identifying it, because we believe this is one way of supporting our fisher folks in the different barangays of the municipality of Batan, and we believe that this is an opportunity for them to uplift their standard of living. Specifically, these are the people who are engaged in the production, the growers, and this is a great opportunity for them to be empowered, to be organized, and to be involved in a partnership with the government, and how we will be able to enhance productivity, at the same time upgrade the standard of living of our people. This is the dream of the government, of our governor, and our leadership, specifically for the Department of Agriculture, to empower our people and likewise provide livelihood for them, that they will be able not only to be asking for fish, but they'll be able now to be able to be fishermen, to fish for their own needs, that will make both ends meet as they survive in terms of economic productivity. Grabe ang igo sa amo, no, sa Ilanda sang 2013, because we had been badly hit, no? Starting from the Eastern Visayas down to Panay Island. Grabe ang, especially sa coastal areas. Kung baskog, no, kung talagang malakas ang bagyo, ang calamity, ang tinatamaan yung sa coastal area, yung mga mahihirap na mga mamamayan. So grabe ang epekto. In fact, it was really difficult for us how we will be able to help our farmers, our fisher folks, ng community, especially those living in the coastal areas.
In November of 2013, Super Typhoon Yolanda, the strongest typhoon to make landfall in the Philippines to date, largely ravaged the entire country and brought the Visayas region in chaos, dealing widespread destruction to infrastructures, properties, livelihood, and to its people in general. For the agriculture sector, the total damage registered is at 10.6 billion pesos, with 8.6 billion pesos coming from production losses and close to 2 billion pesos from agricultural infrastructure damage, based on the report of the Global Agricultural Information Network. Aklan was not spared, as its economic activities temporarily spiraled down alongside. Since then, every town in the province became a priority for rehabilitation. However, Batan was one of the firsts to receive grant from the PRDP due to the proactive leadership and initiative of its local government unit. Now anchored on the AVP sub-project prioritization, another support sub-project for the town under the iBuild was framed to enhance their markets and augment their income. Thus, the proposal for the rehabilitation and improvement of Lalab to Bayang to Magpag-ong Road came to realization. As per the value chain analysis, Batan was ranked as the top producing municipality of oyster in Aklan. It has the biggest water tributaries, best suited in growing oyster and mussel. Given this potential and competitiveness, the industry has identified poor road access from input supplier to farm areas. Hence, the construction or rehabilitation of strategic road network is projected to lessen hauling costs, thus the PRDP intervention. The Lalab Magpag-ong F-M-R is a 4.197 kilometer project located at the southeastern part of Aklan that traverses 3 barangays, namely Lalab, Bayang, and Magpag-ong. A total of 1,375 households directly benefit from the project as they fall under the road influence area. 3,377 of which are male, and 3,353 are female. It has received its Null 1 on December 3, 2018, while Null 2 on November 8, 2019. Consequently, the project was awarded to F. Guerrea Construction Incorporated. To signal the start of construction, a groundbreaking ceremony was conducted on January 27, 2020, which was attended by prominent project key people. The construction for the 69,679,105.25 pesos project officially commenced on December 21, 2019. Originally, it is bound to be completed on November 22, 2020. The completion date, however, was revised on December 14, 2020 due to Typhoon Ursula. Later, due to another unprecedented situation with the rise of COVID-19 pandemic. Further revisions on the date of completion is set on January 25, 2021. Currently, the FMR is 63.02% physically accomplished and has already disbursed a total amount of 13,116,868.63 pesos. However, due to unperceived factors such as the COVID-19 pandemic, which caused a major downturn to the world, construction of the project slightly halted, causing several delays to the work. For the month of July, target accomplishment is set at 29.29%, with the actual accomplishment of 29.9%. For August, 44.95% actual accomplishment surpassed the 43.64 target accomplishment. Meanwhile, 57.65% was targeted to achieve for the month of September, and actual accomplishment is 55.3%. On October, the target was 65.39%, but only accomplished 63.02%. The completion of the road is expected to boost the oyster industry in Batan, Aklan.
Ako si Mr. Rudy Sabino, bali Vice President sang Magpag-ong F-M-R Organization sa Magpag-ong Batan, Aklan. Ang amon organisasyon sa itong waypang PRDP, pangapa gid kami kung kag damgo kami sang maayo gid tani nga programa sang gobyerno para mapadasig ang amon diri nga transportasyon sang amon produkto. Sang pagkatapos sang Yolanda, was out kami tanan diri nga ang amon nga pangabuhian sa dagat. Sayod kami sang kuan, may nagpaabot diri sang balita nga ginaimbita ang mga tanan-tanan nga POs, People's Organization nga mag-attend sang meeting sa PRDP nga proyekto. So way namon mabalik kung ano ang PRDP, pero sa pag-attend mo dito na mo na sayron nga amo gali na ang plano sang PRDP sang nga project. So ginpatag kag pamangkot sa amon kung ano ang mga kinahanglanon namon. So gapangayo kami sang bulig kag dito nag promesa ang PRDP nga magabulig. Kag ginpangayo sa amon kung ano ang amon nga gusto, kami ang ginpangayoan sang PRDP kung ano ang amon mga gusto nga proyekto, mga livelihood. So since kami diri sa Batan, ang amon produkto ay oyster, kaya mo na ang amon nga gin-propose. Bali, 3 kami kabanwa, Batan, Washington ug Altabas. Amoy na ang amon gin kasugtanan nga proposal. After nga gin kasugtanan nga amon na ang amon, iban man yang area sa iban nga banwa, ginpamangkot kami kung ano ang mga problema. nga amon ginatubang sa amon nga mga produkto. So una nga ginsabat namon ay farm to market road. Kay ginabudlayan kami mag-transport sang amon nga mga produkto kay budlay gid ang amon karsada.
The construction of the FMR by the PRDP through the World Bank in convergence with the national government and the Department of Agriculture made it a reality to improve the state economy, largely benefiting the agri-fishery sector and better the situation in Batan, Aklan. As there is already an existing PRDP-IREP sub-project in Batan, the oyster and mussel production and marketing enterprise, led by the Bayang Fisherfolks Association, including 12 cluster group members in nearby barangays, the FMR is seen to support a faster and easier accessibility both ins and outs of production and marketing activities of the enterprise. It was also subjected to the rapid appraisal of emerging benefits in 2017, and accessibility was one of its highlighted needs. In order to ensure the orderliness of the project implementation and to signify community participation, the Citizens Monitoring Tool, which is one of the PRDP tools, was employed. CMT training was conducted for the sub-project in September of 2019. 3 barangay implementing teams were formed through barangay resolutions.
One time nag-attend kami sa citizens monitoring training sa Agsam Resort, no, sa Kalibo, 2 days. So ang iba niya participants dito nagigda, pero ang iba nagbalik lang pagkaaga. Kung may problema sa barangay, sila ang kontraktor, kami lang ang nag-aayos. Napadala lang ng tao, ako mismo nakanto. Kung magbuo sila, harapan ko na, monitor lang sa ila. Kay kung kisa ang mga tao, hindi maging malikawan nga may mga obstruction. Sa barangay, may grievance poster kung naging hatag ang PRDP sa muna. Kag dira man sa may crossing, naging post na mo po daw kabilog. Pero dito sa barangay ang isa. Sa mga affected nga mga residensya bala, ng ilang property, magiyan sa kalsada. Kaya mo tugin, patawag sila kag may arrangement sa payment sa ilang mga property o mga tanong na kahoy. Sa barangay Lalab may 16 na affected na ang ila mga concrete nila mga perimeter fence, tapos may harapan sa agriculture, kahoy kag mga fruit trees kag mga niyog niya. So kung sila patawag namon kag may bayad pero sa bulihe nagnubo sa 50% ta lang ang ibayad sa ila kay daw basi kulang bala ang budget kag nagpasugot na sila.
Ako gali si Kagawad Gaspar Villarreal at Barangay Bayang. At the same time ay sambilog kami sa mga nakabenepisyo ko raya nga project it PRDP naman. Sa ako na nga nga bagay ay man may naigo ginaman ako nga ako net ang pins na kuray man lang ay pero mata ako nag-claims doon ay. Siyempre ako matang habol ay di bali ko tang white claims basta importante matigayon taro project.
Ako gali si Kuan si Engineer Robert Losada, project manager diri assigned sa Lalab Magpag-ong Bayang Road sa Batan, Aklan. So pertaining sa mga local hired nga mga tao is ang halos ang tanan diri nga mga tao nga nagaobra is locally hired. So almost mga 28 or 26 na sila kabilog diri. Para sa experiencean ko no, ang ini nga proyekto is daw lain siya sa iban. Kaya ini siya halos ang tanan nga mga scope nimo, scope of works is documented. Tanan nga hulag sa imong activity is well documented sa. Amo nang kinalain niya sa iban nga mga agency. So far sang pag nag-abot si COVID-19 diri, so far ang amon nga mga health protocols ang halos ang mga nagasurulod diri nga mga halin sa ibang area is ginapalagin, tapos gina-temperature check. Kag ang tanan nga mga workers diri is kumpleto, may mask kami nga ginahatag sa ila, may ang PPE, kumpleto PPE, hard hat, ang safety vest, kag ang ilang nga mga butas para sa during buhos ang PCCP, wala sa PCCP. Ang maminsahe ko lang is pasalamat kami nga nakakuha kami sa siningang proyekto halin sa PRDP and funded by the World Bank. Kaya naka-experience kami sang halos ang wala namon experiencean nga ibang dokumento sa ibang agency. Kaya halos diri ang tanan nga ginapasa nga report mo is with attachments ang tanan nga mga documents nga ginahimo nimo sa site every time nga nagaobra ikaw. So dapat well documented siya and to be forwarded sa PRDP. Kung well documented siya, hindi ka na mabudlayan.
Ako si Alipio Gambalan, admin foreman nga gin-assign diri sa Lalab, Magpag-ong Road, misang SSS, PhilHealth kaga Pag-ibig.
With the relentless will to bring more advancements to the oyster and mussel industry and to the community as a whole, another project for the province that awaits realization is the construction of the 1,477.80 square meter Magpag-ong Fish Port. This will serve as a support project to benefit the fishery areas and is seen to contribute to the economic welfare of the 4 barangays, Lalab, Magpag-ong, Bayang, and Ipil, by directly providing an easier and faster access for oyster and mussel produce going to another nearby market, the seafood's capital of Aklan, municipality of New Washington.
We've been very fortunate that Aklan has been included in the PRDP World Bank project because it has really changed the lives of our people here, especially those areas which the project is situated. One major accomplishment that we had was the completion of the Banga-Libacao Road, which opened up our proposed area where we can have most of our agricultural productions for the province of Aklan. Not only abaca, but also all the other high-value crops. And this really has affected and changed the prospects of our constituents in Libacao. This second project, which is the Lalab Magpag-ong project, which now opens up our oyster and mussel culture livelihood of our marginalized fisher folks in the Batan area. It will also make a big difference to our marginalized fishermen because this will now give them access to markets outside of Batan. And we are very hopeful and very confident that upon completion of this project, then a great change in our situation, a great improvement for our fisher folks in Batan Bay will be achieved.
We would like to welcome everyone to the 11th World Bank Implementation Support Mission to PRDP. We wish that everybody is safe and is doing well. To our esteemed guests from the World Bank, welcome to the province of Aklan. Batan FMR is one of the many results of effective cooperation and its approval is a commitment to uplift the economic situation of the fisherfolk beneficiaries. The IRIP counterpart of this sub-project is oyster and mussel production. It is also directly connected to the proposed Batan feeder port. Its approval would be very much appreciated by our beneficiaries. We are very glad to have made our contribution to this endeavor. So, in behalf of RPCO 6, we would like to continue to encourage our partners and stakeholders and to uphold the PRDP's tagline, enabling communities and expanding opportunities.
Mayong adlaw sa aton mga partners, especially from the World Bank. Mayong adlaw sa inyo. So we are here for the 11th implementation support mission of the World Bank for the Philippine Rural Development Project. We are in a situation in which our mobility is being hampered, and there are several impacts on the COVID-19 pandemic to the implementation of the Philippine Rural Development Project. Of course, we all know that the mobility of agricultural products as well as logistic support for our agricultural communities are hampered because of some health protocols being implemented differently by the local government units. And of course, it has an implication on the performance of the Philippine Rural Development Project in terms of the construction of I-build sub-projects, likewise in the implementation of the enterprises for the IRIP sub-projects, and likewise with regards to the disbursement of fund, there are likewise effect because of COVID-19. On our 8th month of community quarantine and experiencing this health emergency, but we believe it's also time for us to act also, because the economy of the country is likewise affected, not only here in the region, but the whole country and the whole world as well. So we also hope and pray that within this year, the cases will likewise drop, and we can return to our usual activities, and we of course we commit that the usual activities that we do before pandemic will be done, but we commit of course to double our actions for this after this mission, and likewise to continue with the innovations that we did, like yung virtual meetings, virtual engineers, and virtual ports in terms of the conduct of technical administrative matters concerning the transactions within the Philippine Rural Development sub-projects.
The beginning of a productive endeavor is almost set to end, while another one comes anew. Hence, as this farm-to-market road in Batan comes to a reality, opportunities for farmers and fisherfolk are seen to broaden in consonance. And while in every challenge that gets on the way, PRDP accords its best to enrich the lives of people by continuously enabling communities and expanding opportunities.